Hello and welcome to the official Clown Town podcast members only section of the podcast. If you're
Glad to see you,
watching
man.
this video, that means that you are a join member and we appreciate the fuck out of you. I can say that here because I don't monetize these.
China.
For
Do you guys
free.
monetize us?
China.
China. We are going to be talking today about China.
Oh boy.
You guys ready to talk about China?
China.
As everybody
do
already
it.
knows about China.
Well, I feel like you
China.
guys have like the biggest context of it. All I know so far, to be honest, because I haven't been like super on it, is that apparently we had a balloon fly where it shouldn't, and we shot it the fuck down,
It
something like
was a
that.
spy balloon over South Carolina. Was
Oh,
it near?
fucking
It was on the coast,
fantastic.
right? Swede?
It's when it got shot down. It was over North Carolina.
Was it over North Carolina or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. Was it Charleston?
Myrtle
Oh my
Beach.
god.
Myrtle Beach. We'll actually have a clip here that I will share my screen with you guys too, even though you've
Oh yep.
already
Going right
seen
now.
it more than likely. But just so everybody has context.
Don't forget that it might switch around tracks and stuff.
I already did it. I already fixed all that.
Nice. Okay.
So we're good to go on that.
Cool.
That is the balloon exploding. Right there. What did you say he shot at it, Swade?
Shot a sidewinder at it.
Shot a sidewinder at it. So he blew that motherfucker up.
Yeah,
You could've just
totally
burned.
unnecessary. We could have, saved a few $1 million.
Yeah. They went $1.4 billion of American money.
We call that a show of force, my friends.
Yeah, we shot down a balloon with a fucking $17 million rocket out of a $1.4 billion jet.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's satisfying to watch, honestly.
I'll see it one more time. It's slow motion. No, I'm kidding.
We could
Brought to you by McDonald's.
McDonald's halftime replay.
Wait, are you serious? Are you
We'll do it half
put
speed.
in slow-mo?
Do it half
Oh my
speed.
God.
Imagine seeing this happen like these people did, like in person.
That is kind of terrifying, actually, to be quite frank with you.
Boof.
I would be so ecstatic about it.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I mean-
man.
Oh, wow.
Look at that shit go. Let
I
that
don't know why it
motherfucker
is.
burn.
But it's like the small crackles, right? It's when it sounds like almost nothing. That's what scares me about like military arms sometimes.
Yeah. So like the day before this though, there was Swade, you've pretty much confirmed that it was a fake video, right?
Yeah, from what I've read, it's fake.
You've read it as a fake video of an explosion happening over Montana. Over Billings, Montana. But 2 days before that explosion, Chase Duck had been leaving work when he noticed this object in the sky over Billings, Montana. He
That
took
could
this,
be. I mean, that could be fake too. I mean,
but
It's the traveler.
That's the only other
NBC recovered this.
but that's also NBC.
It is NBC, so you have to take him with a grain of salt.
But I mean,
But
that's
this
a
guy
pretty
actually
big,
decided to talk.
reports of some airspace restrictions here in Billings, and so I thought that was a little suspicious. And I was looking out the window like I normally do, and I just happened to spot it out of the corner of my eye. And I guess it was high enough that some people might not see it, and I don't know. It was just really.
It's all about perspective, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it was even remotely cloudy.
Yeah.
You could chop it up just being like, oh,
But
yeah,
then,
that's
but then, like 2 days later, or like the day after that, I believe, or maybe it was the same day. Let's get away from Hogwarts Legacy for a minute. Around the same time, there was this explosion video. It's pretty much been like pretty much confirmed fake. But it's in the same
Wow.
it's in the same state and same town, Billings, Montana.
and everyone's determined to blow that fucker up.
Saying that it was destroyed. I mean, even if it like that's the most realistic thing to me is that somebody just got their rifle or a shotgun or something and decided to just pop the fucker.
Oh man.
But you see, like the trail is pretty similar to like how that one was falling down. You know?
I couldn't get a closer look at what the balloon actually looked like.
It just looks
There's
like
a
a
close
balloon.
image.
Yeah,
Look it up, dude.
yeah. Here I got.
A balloon with a satellite on the bottom. In short.
Yeah, Here. This fire took out a suspected Chinese spy balloon. It's such a weird thing, though, right? Like the concept of a spy balloon. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I remember they initially weren't going to shoot him down because they were afraid of debris. Yeah, it's just kind of like a white balloon with
fuck?
like a propeller and some fucking like, yeah, there you go. There's close up.
So it does look like the image. Okay.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like a little balloon. I guess this is really inconspicuous because nobody would really. I guess nobody would really think of a balloon being a spy. I don't know if that was just some kind of weird Chinese like ingenuity or what.
I mean, I feel like I've
That's
seen
common.
something like this
That's
before.
pretty common.
I was about to say, like, I swear, when I was doing the Washington State the vaccination thing, I've actually seen like, not like balloons per se, but like they were like kind of almost like they were it was like a pack of 6 instead of being like a singular balloon. But it was just, I don't know, it was floating all awfully weird or whatever. I don't know what that was for, but I mean, I've seen those types of balloons before. Like, that's not like, I don't know.
They're like uncommon balloons. It's just so weird. It's so weird that they would just be like, "Yeah, we're just gonna spy on you with these very obvious balloons for no reason."
But it does feel like an overreaction just looking at the video, just like a fucking fire jet for that shit. Holy god
Well, yeah,
damn.
like you wanted to make sure it was obliterated, I guess. But I mean,
guess.
it's so strange. I guess because the initial reaction was like, "Hey, we're not really gonna do much about these," but then they were like,
Supposedly, it's not the first one that's been over the U.S.
"Yeah,
Like, 'cause
Oh.
a few years back, apparently, it's happened a bunch of times.
yeah." There's been a lot of these kind of going over, and we've been like, "All right, well, we're gonna stop letting you spy on us for no reason." Meanwhile, TikTok's absorbing all of your information.
I was about to say, like, why don't they just
The same people
literally
who
log
complain
in?
about that is literally the same people that use TikTok on a regular basis.
Yeah, they are. 100%. Ugh. It's like if we're gonna let China show you we're gonna let China get your information so that they can better sell you products.
It's so fucked.
Even to a
Holy
degree
shit.
with that, I think it's mostly just like competitors being jealous over TikTok and just trying to gaslight people into thinking that it's because the TikTok's done pretty much an almost impossible feat in such a short period of time.
Oh, kind of like
Like rivaling YouTube as like a video watching platform and everything.
it rivals YouTube and TikTok, or not TikTok,
Twitter.
Facebook at the same time.
Oh yeah, Twitter and Facebook.
And I don't count Twitter. Twitter's a cesspool.
Twitter is a ungodly hell spawn.
Like Facebook, I feel is a lot more tolerable. Like I can't even fucking.
Probably. I haven't used Facebook in probably a decade. But
I've been getting back into it a little bit now. It's fine.
it's weird. Like still with all this with China and everything.
God, it's so it's
just such a
concerning.
random thing. It's
And-
such a random thing.
It's in Myrtle Beach of
In
all
Myrtle
places.
Beach,
What?
yeah. I swear it was over.
Can't even
I
fly
don't know
over
about you.
Myrtle Beach without getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Motherfucker can't have shit in Detroit. Imagine that shit going over fucking Detroit. Or like
Bro.
Chicago or something.
You have a Death Star looking ass kite, you about to get fucked up.
This kid's kite's about to get fucking blasted.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Because people were freaking out over the fake video that we initially saw about the one because we saw the one in Billings, Montana, and then we saw the explosion that happened, and people were thinking that was them test firing how to see how close could they get an object, and how big of an EMP they would need or something
No.
to like try test firing EMPs or something.
I don't think they do that in a random ass neighborhood though.
I don't know, man.
Well, no, so it was over a. Hold on, let me charge my headset. It was over a nuclear silo.
Oh.
If you look up Billings, Montana, there is one of our biggest nuclear storage silos are there. I don't remember the name of it, but it's true.
Interesting.
Which is what, if you look online on the news, they state that it was monitoring a nuclear
Yep.
launch
Chinese
site.
spy balloon was not far from the U.S. nuclear base. Worried Senator Insider. Montana's 150 missile sites in line for replacement as Chinese spy balloon questions remain.
So you
So
think they're trying to scout out where those are? Maybe.
maybe a place to hit it, make a hit on.
Oh
strike.
man, that is stressful. Fuck.
It's no surprise to anybody. The whole world is on the
edge.
spear tip of war at this point. It's just deciding on how far we're gonna take it and how
I'm
far
just
it's gonna
like,
go. I mean,
maybe let's go up, like, a
China's
little more
ruthless
north.
as it is, whether they're in the winning seat or not. To be honest. Oh god, it's like I was telling Dino earlier. They don't give a fuck about anything. If anything jeopardizes the good name of China, even if its own citizens, they'll fucking take them out, man.
Oh my god. But yeah, because you were talking about how, like, I think you already discussed this with Swade, but like
I don't
how
think so.
we haven't heard anything in a minute with the Hong Kong protesters and stuff. But you had mentioned how they were trying to get in contact with people who were part of the protest, and like they got nothing
They got
back,
no
right?
responses from there was no responses from anybody. I believe it was like a group of people who were trying to get in contact with people who were protesting in Hong Kong.
Like a news report or something.
Like just people trying to gather information. I don't think it was any official report. I know some of the people who were involved lived in China and knew people who still lived in China who should have known directly people who were involved in the Hong Kong protests.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember exactly if these were the original Hong Kong protests before COVID, or if these were protesters protesting the lockdowns. Because both cases were some of the biggest
It was
protests.
influential. Like it was very widely
massive
known.
protests since the Tiananmen Square protest way back then.
What? What's that?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot that doesn't exist. My bad. Definitely not have hundreds of thousands of Chinese citizens mowed down by military and then covered up, and any mention of it is immediately shut down on any Chinese source.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And so that is the current going on of the conclusion. So they were trying to get into contact with these protesters, and they contacted like probably over 100 people and got no response. And this is a small group, by the way. This is not a big group of people that have been looking.
But the fact that they got literally fucking nobody,
like no responses, not even people who knew these people would respond to them, things like that. Like I'm talking like a lot of people, like a good chunk.
Even if something like crazy didn't happen to them, that's still like there's still silence.
They're
That's
still being
still
silenced. Yeah,
that's still a big. That's what they want.
I think it's more likely that they did, because China has a big thing when it comes to, the social score. That was a meme, but it's a real thing in China. You have social score, you have bio scanning now, to where things read your palms, they read your phone, and your phone has your social score on it because your phone's directly connected to you.
Wow.
And like your prints, if you're a Chinese citizen, I think your prints are scanned into a database, and it has like your current like bank accounts, like your social credit score and things like that. You're constantly being monitored.
Wow.
Like every hour of every day and anywhere you are, China has like facial recognition software that is constantly like beaming down on its citizens, looking at them, monitoring them, ensuring that nobody is stepping outside the great path, the great journey.
Oh no.
Of
I hate that you did that, but oh my god.
It's kind of crazy.
It's upsetting to hear because like it just I know that they're really big on like especially big on censorship, especially like internationally. Like they're quick to block and silence a bunch of shit, especially with protests and stuff like that. But it's just it hurts my soul to know that like how it makes me uncomfortable to know that I'm not sure of the well-being of those people. Like
the cost that they had to take in order to protest, and
Just to fucking
everybody
speak up.
thought that the protest ended because they got what they wanted. It's like, oh yeah, they gave in to the protest, and they got what? No, they killed them all. They
just
slaughtered
stopped
them.
being relevant to us because that's just how we are. We kind of
It's no longer in our ears or in our eyes, so
Yeah.
we no longer like so many. I bring this up a lot, but China's committing a genocide in fucking Uyghur, like literally enslaving millions of Muslims, forcing them to produce like 90% of the world's cotton, and anybody who doesn't comply or still practices their religion gets executed.
Fucking shot.
Like literally a larger scale fucking Holocaust is happening to the Uyghurian people, and we just don't give a fuck. Nobody cares at all because China's trying to become a purely atheist state, along with all of its surrounding things. It's trying to execute anything involving religion within its grounds in order to focus more on the greatness of China.
And we're only going to hear more and more stuff about this, unfortunately. I think as time goes on, especially with what's been happening currently. I'm just, oh boy, I'm not ready, to be honest. I never thought I'd be in a time where I have to genuinely worry about fucking overseas invaders. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like actually seeing an invasion on the homeland.
Oh my god. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's nerve-wracking to an extent, right? Like, I'm not about to go into a fucking anxiety-filled fucking spiral or anything. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like, what do you do with that information as a citizen, you know? Like, other than just like having the rendezvous points that we kind of already were like
We've
memeing
been
around about.
conditioned as a society to not worry about things until it becomes our problem. But when it becomes our
Yeah.
problem, it's too late.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that in the ass.
There was a
Oh my
guy I
god.
was listening to talk, and he actually got labeled a domestic terrorist and for preparing people for situations like that.
I'm sorry, what? A domestic
He got
terrorist?
labeled as a domestic terrorist. I'm trying to remember what his name is right now. I'm gonna have to look him back up. But
So dumb.
he when a lot of protests were going on, Mike Glover, when a lot of the
Quite
big
Mike.
protests were going on and everything, and it's kind of seemed like certain areas of the country's society was collapsing for a period. The average citizen who was stuck in their homes, forced to deal with that, he wanted to make a thing to where they could teach them how to prepare themselves for when they're going to go, you know, may not be able to go out to the store, you know, go get like prepare, like have a stockpile of food, you know, learn how to use firearms and weapons in case, you know, society does collapse. If you're out of power, you know, how to, you know, get by, and, you know, just things like that. Having like contingency plans for worst case scenario situations. And in doing so, he got labeled a domestic terrorist.
Wow, that's horseshit. Like, and he didn't even do anything super like over the top. Like, oh, he's fucking training people how to fucking use firearms. He's trying to build a militia or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it was.
fucking,
That he was trying to build.
I
a
knew it,
militia. Yeah.
and that's dumb because you literally, bruh. So you're telling me that like people teaching their children how to use guns, is that fucking like child military? Is that, are we recruiting our children? Is that what we're
the
doing
brain
now?
dead people on Twitter are calling that grooming.
That's just, are you fucking serious? That you're joking.
I'm not.
You have to be.
I'm not, and
I
people are
mean,
backing
in
up.
definition, it is grooming if you're creating a child militia.
Well, yeah.
I agree
I mean,
with
yeah,
you.
if you're creating a child
What
army,
I'm talking about. I'm
But, I
talking
mean, he's
about if,
obviously not.
No,
so.
if you're teaching your kid how to use like a gun in order to defend themselves, or like a hunting rifle and teaching them how to hunt, that's not grooming.
That was the case, then we've all been groomed. Well, everyone but Dino have been groomed since
They've
they
been
were a kid.
groomed. Yeah,
Yep. Nope.
we all been groomed.
Everyone
But
in the South's been
that's-
groomed.
I feel like
But
that.
I was about
I feel
to
like that
say,
word's been used too much as well, though. I feel like it's
yeah.
kind of like Nazi. It's lost all meaning, in a lot of ways, because the fucking right have been using it so free willy that like
Yeah,
they're
no, you're right.
in the slightest person who announces that they're gay and they have any involvement with educating children, they immediately call them a groomer and all these other things, which it's just not true. But at the same time, now, in order to fight back, I guess people on the left are trying to say, like, oh, well, you teach your kids how to use guns, you're a groomer. If I teach my fucking kids how to cut a dog's hair, I mean, that would make them a groomer. A dog groomer.
Oh my god,
know,
that's so dumb. But
It's
that's
just
crazy
such
to me
dumb
that people
shit.
even think that way. But like, if you
Pulling a
show,
straw man, but, you know, whatever.
bro, if you show children, at the very least, I'm not talking about like a fucking infant, right? Like, I'm not reasonably like at least like 8. Like, or I don't know. I don't know what's a good age in the South. Like, what sounds heinous, but I
don't
think
know.
8's a
I
good
shot my
age.
first gun at 3.
Huh?
You know, like it just depends on the parent and how they want to educate their child.
And that's the biggest thing is
suppose.
that like I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, it's a big scary gun, or like them feel a certain way about it. I've already had this conversation with you where it's a tool, right?
Yeah.
So like that's how they should see it.
That's how they should see it. I mean, it kind of goes the thing of like, you can't. That's something that annoys me about people on the right sometimes too, though, is that,
Mm.
especially more like heavily religious ones, where it's like they don't want their kids to know gay people exist,
But
and so like they force them into a corner and it's like, oh well, that guy's grooming these kids into believing
Gays are
gays are real, or that people can have gender identity and things like that, and it's just like,
it's a fucking
well, I
fairy
mean,
tale to these kids.
this is the world that these kids are gonna grow up in, and knowing that there are more options out for them. So I mean,
They literally just need an internet connection and they'll
and
figure
they'll
that
figure
out.
it
Like,
out.
come
So
on.
stop trying to ruin somebody's life who's just trying to like, do their job as an
It's
educator.
one thing to like,
No, I'm
you
not
know,
saying there's not creeps out there. Of course there are. There's always been
course.
creeps. There's always going to be creeps. But your average Joe isn't trying to groom a child.
yeah, no, that's
Unless you are Joe. I'm looking at you.
I'm
watching you,
fucking
Joe.
Joe. There is an evil Joe out there, promise.
Fucking
Devil
watch it,
Joe.
We're on to you.
Oh, don't even bring this pickle in here. I swear to God. I'd
Pickle
fucking-
Rick.
No.
Hey, that's a groomer.
No. No.
That's a groomer. There we go. Came full
Oh my
circle,
God.
motherfucker.
I really didn't want to even pull
Justin
that
Roiland
in at
diddled
any
the
part
kid.
of this podcast, and we did it anyway.
We did it anyway. We somehow
Fuck.
brought. Hey, another current event.
Son of
Justin
a
Roiland,
bitch.
voice of Rick and Morty,
Why? That's
labeled.
just
He was sexting 15-year-old.
look. At
What
the
a
end of the
groomer.
day, I will straight up say that you should not have your name omitted from your artwork. I don't care what
I
you've
agree
done.
with that.
Sorry.
I agree with
Like
that.
I know that sounds
He's still a
heinous
create-
because it
no,
seems
no,
like
you're
I'm
right.
defending
You're correct.
what he's doing, but it's just like you still put in that the time and effort, and it does take a finite skill to fucking do that. in
And
the
not to
first
say he
place.
wasn't talented. I mean, we could say the same thing about like Michael Jackson and shit like that. R.
It
Kelly.
just-
You know,
That shit drives me nuts. That's
Bill
even
Cosby.
a thing.
like I like Little Bill. Doesn't mean I don't think that Bill Cosby's a
He
shitty
also
human
liked-
being.
Oh, no, he wasn't a pedophile. He was a rapist.
No, he was just a rapist.
Yeah,
Let's say he also like
just a rapist.
He also liked Little Bill. No, he was just a regular rapist. He didn't touch kids.
Oh my god, God forbid.
as
Yeah.
far as we know.
Not that like regular rape's okay or anything like that, but like
I mean,
At
that's
least it wasn't a
entailed, obviously,
child.
for the love of God. But oh yeah, but no, yeah, no. I think that's bullshit. Like, yeah, no, whatever he's done is wrong. Obviously, that's no excuse. Like, that's fucking. I mean,
yeah,
I don't even have to say anything to that. I'm not going to.
little fucked up.
But yeah, no, his name being omitted from the show entirely.
I think
is-
that's bullshit.
fucking
He
nuts.
was still a creator. Everybody should still know that who he made.
I can't believe they have the power to do that though. They did that shit fucking fast too.
Jacksepticeye's trying to be the voice of Rick and Morty now.
Wait, what? You're joking, right?
No, he put in an audition clip.
And he got it?
I don't fucking know.
Oh my god!
I don't
if he
work for
gets
Adult
it,
Swim
I would-
anymore.
Oh my god, anymore. But oh my
Yeah,
god,
they used to diddle me as a kid.
I would love to see what his voice is like. Honestly, I've never heard. I don't watch him very regularly, so that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
heard
mean,
him
he
like
even
give
has
that
a new
shot or
show
not.
on Hulu that's coming out with
my
Michael
God.
Cusack, the co-creator of Smiling Friends.
Ooh,
Yeah, they had a show. They have a show coming out called Koala Man, and it just looks fucking retarded. I wish that they would just put more. End Rick and Morty, and give Smiling Friends a bigger budget.
yeah,
That would be my advice.
Please.
Smiling Friends is so fucking good.
Fucking me and my brother
Give-
constantly make
Dude,
jokes
give
about that.
fucking
show.
Zach and give fucking Zach and Mike Cusack more fucking money.
Please, they
Pebbles.
deserve it. I beg.
Bro,
I
they made
beg.
such a good fucking show, and
At the very least, buy Meat Canyon or like fucking and like
dude,
fucking get Meat Canyon
get
on.
Meat Canyon to work at like, dude, he could do like the intermission fucking animations that they do for fucking Adult Swim. That should
Not like
be
he needs the
God
budget
tier.
already. Like, yeah, he already without a budget is fucking out here
Meat
doing
Canyon
some
do that for
amazing
like
work.
a 6-pack of beer and a Subway coupon.
Have you
and
ever
he-
seen the Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was
Okay,
gonna-
have you seen the one where the Bob the Builder one?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
has
of
to be
course.
that has to be one of my favorite ones he's
That
ever
was
done.
Fucking
is
funny.
that
I
one.
haven't seen any of the more recent ones.
I'm pretty sure I've seen most of the recent ones, but they all kind of blur. They don't blur together. They're all unique in their
They're
own
all
right,
unique,
right?
but
But
like, I gotta go.
oh
back
my
through. I gotta
goodness,
go back on a Meat Canyon binge. watch
dude,
all of that
yes,
shit.
it's fucking. It'll be worth your
That dude-
eyeballs,
that
man.
dude's fucking wild too.
Oh, I know what was his most recent one. He did another fucking like 3D rendition of a Pinocchio fucking short.
I think I saw that one. I think
Okay,
I seen that one.
had to be. I don't think it was terribly recently, but recent enough.
Yeah.
'Cause I know he did a 2D one.
That's
then-
the one thing. Like, if this podcast gets like mildly popular and we get like 10K subs or whatever, I have a feeling just like randomly we're just gonna have fucking Meat Canyon show up with like beer and we're just gonna go shooting drunk.
I
drunk
would
with him.
love, dude. Wait, is he in the air? What is he in South Carolina?
I
Fucking
don't
seriously.
fucking know that dude. I don't know where he lives at. I think it's just kind of all
Uh,
over the place.
I was about to
Maybe
say
in Texas.
I could see
He might
that
be in
actually.
Texas, actually.
He definitely gives me some Texan vibes
Texan
just by
vibes.
looking at
I just
his
feel like that'd be
face.
the most random thing.
Mhm.
Is like he's like, hey, you want to go shooting and drink beer? Yeah, sure, why
I
not?
do feel like we have the same brand of humor, or at least like some part of our monkey brain has that same type of humor buried inside of us somewhere.
You have, like a circle jerk by the end of the night.
Have mercy.
Oh god.
Well, there's Jacob's dream meetup.
Dream
There you
meetup. I
go,
just
Meat
wanna
Canyon.
I just
Make it
wanna
happen.
Have a circle jerk and shoot
I-
guns
have
with
a-
Meat Canyon.
is that too much to ask?
If it doesn't happen, I guess so.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to do a short and at him.
I would love that.
I would
No,
too.
do that, please. I would not mind that little fucking. I would love to nerd out for that guy. Dude,
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, there's a few animators out there that I. Another one I watch a lot. What's his? Oh, Worth Kid. He's another one I watch a lot. He's not like a. He doesn't have like a finite style or anything, but he messes with like old like stop motion 2D, and he has like this really rough textured kind of like, I don't know. It's very like almost sketchy, but it's very office kind of humor, kind of animator. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking! If you haven't seen him, or I think it's a him that makes it. But if you haven't seen that and you like Meat Canyon, it's not the same level of like creep or anything. But like, I feel like it's on the same tier of like animation ingenuity.
Oh
I
okay.
feel like they're on the same tier in terms of like they're both super talented animators.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I started talking about Meat Canyon and Worth Kid. That
I
was
don't
out
know
of
how
nowhere.
it came
Sorry
about.
that.
I actually don't remember how that came about. What the fuck?
Smiling friends.
Smiling Friends. that's
Smiling
where I came
Friends,
from,
yeah, yeah,
That
because
brought
I
up
was gushing
Justin
about that
Roiland-
shit.
He brought up Justin Roiland being a pedophile.
That shit hurt my soul. I was like,
Uh,
no, why?
Brought it back to Smiling Friends. I love Smiling.
Freaking that dead horse, that poor bastard.
You like
I mean,
Smiling
no,
Friends,
not
Wade?
poor bastard. You deserve that, but like at the same time, fuck.
You like Smiling Friends, Swede?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like Rick and Morty.
Yeah. So you kind of agree. And Rick and Morty can give Smiling Friends their budget.
Personally, I don't give a fuck that he lost his creative rights because
Ooh.
it's just not cool.
It's
You
not
get what you
cool.
fucking
The
deserve.
reasoning is understandable. It's just like I said, as
I still feel like they shouldn't be able to take his name off of the show, though. I understand if it's a season that he didn't make,
yeah, that's a different story.
but he's the original creator of it. I mean, you still can't lie to people and say like, "Oh no, he didn't make it." I still
So-
feel like he should get what he
So
deserves.
hypothetical, if we had a guy in here named Jeremy,
Yes.
and we were, Jeremy was in our podcast for however long.
Yep.
What if he went and raped some random woman? Would you include him?
I would
Mm.
I would leave the episodes of him up.
I wouldn't.
You get rid of them. Well, I don't
Fuck
like-
yeah.
I don't think it's good to censor it though. I don't think it's good to censor, and maybe that
I
would
was-
maybe it would bring signs up that were in previous videos and be like, okay, well there might have been a sign of him like
Okay,
saying that
I
he was
think
gonna be
if
a
he,
rapist.
I think if he says something truly heinous, like as in like it's super obvious that like what the fuck, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd take that down because one, there's no imagination needed to fucking figure out where his mind
where his
was if
mind
he
was,
says
and
something
then it
that
led to that.
crazy.
But the reason I would keep that up though as well is in case it needs to be used in court.
But you can keep it private and
it
still
and not
have
have it
the
up,
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that
So
probably.
I kind of understand where Swade's coming from in that
Or maybe
regard.
I could go in and clip him out, but I don't know. If I have a banger line in a podcast, I'm gonna leave that banger line in.
But I feel like when it's a TV show, I think when it comes to that side, the scale of it, that's the problem with that, right? Like when it comes to a podcast, yeah, we can get away with that because even if we were even semi big, right?
Yeah.
Like they would have a ton of other podcasts that aren't super related to each other that they can go fucking watch and it won't be a problem. But with a TV show, especially one that fucking went,
As
like
popular as Rick and Morty.
chronologically,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just you can tell that there's not only a difference, but like that's just it's not as easy for people to just fucking let go of. I don't know, like I I understand where Swade's coming from in terms of like why. I mean, yeah, I think that it's justified at the end of the day, but it's a slippery slope. Artistically, I don't want that power to be taken away from anybody, but
They ain't gonna be making
A
anything
fucking-
anymore.
yeah, no, like, I never thought about that. Should there be a restriction for you to make any more art? I don't think that's a thing, but I think it would just be like you
I don't
wouldn't
think
be
you should
endorsed
prevent
like
anybody
fucking
from
ever.
making more art, but I think that people can decide to not work with you.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty much it. It's just fucking they never work in like a big show business or like a big studio ever again.
Because he did
You
more than just
blacklisted.
like talk really creepy to underage girls, right? He like abused his wife, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
Between
that.
abusing the wife and like actual sexting kind of thing.
And he like
From what I heard.
like he locked his wife in a closet or some shit like that.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't
Okay,
know.
I didn't know it to that extent.
Yeah, he did some fucked up shit. I don't know. Do you know more about it, Sweden?
Nope.
No.
All I know is about like the underage children thing.
Yeah,
like
comment below
that's
if you
the
know
only
more
thing.
about this shit.
Because I don't know why it's not like I don't value the wife or anything, but that
I don't.
like the whole. I guess
I hate
that's
women.
literally what I'm.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm joking.
no. You said it on the podcast. Clip it.
Clip it, clip it, clip it. Put it in News Weekly.
No.
I can't wait for
But-
this to come back in
Exposed.
like 8 years and bite me in the ass and say, "Oh, he's a misogynist." Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Just kidding.
I'm not
Just
hiding
kidding.
shit on this, especially on this segment, man.
Yeah, fuck that. We can talk about whatever on this segment. Not many people are gonna. See
Oh
that.
yeah. I mean, not even just that. Just like, I mean, I expect to be a lot more fucking personal,
Personal,
open with
yeah.
them. So I'm gonna say
Wait,
whatever.
we can
I
talk
want.
about whatever. Shit.
we can
Did
talk
you guys
about,
know I'm
uh,
reinstating the Third Reich?
Hey,
Yes!
let's go!
Fucking finally. We've been waiting for the
go!
sequel. God, you've been taking forever.
Nazi Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Google. So fucking stupid. Oh my god. It's funny you even say that, and then we're all worried about the fucking Bible. I mean, that's not Nazis, but you know what I'm talking about. Fucking.
Chinese Nazis.
I ain't worried about it. Nothing I can do.
You know what bothers the shit out of me?
What?
Communism.
No.
I'm not even joking. Like, it bugs the piss out of me.
Like in terms of like how people can like skate away with doing like the minimum. Or, like...
How fucking god awful it's been in practice. And we still have dipshits in this country thinking it's a good idea. That's the most arrogant shit. It's like, oh well, I mean, it's not real communism. That's such a bad argument. It's not real communism, but it's the only examples of communism we have are all the shitty ass outcomes of
real communism.
genocide of the people that live within the country, famine, massive amounts of death, and still we have idiots thinking that communism's a good idea.
Those are the same people who think the world is flat, or like we should defund the police or some stupid shit. Like I just,
Been over this by now.
I'm sorry. I
We've been
mean,
over this.
fucking. I mean the latter. Sorry, ignore the first
The
part. I didn't mean to
dwarves hold the Earth's disc up. That's why we can't find them anymore.
But it does just come down to ignorance, which is the funniest thing when you think about like how easy it is to just fucking not, how easy it is to go correct that mistake and just go look it up. instead of fucking saying the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. And being so confident in it too. That's the thing. These fuckers are so confident.
They are.
It just- I feel like I've had this conversation with somebody as a waiter at one point, but I cannot fucking recall this conversation for the life of me. I do remember it giving me an actual headache. Oh man, it must have been a good one.
Wait, about communism?
Yes, straight up. Straight
I'm
up.
not saying that capitalism is the best thing in the world, but motherfuck, dude.
I think it was something stupid
I'd
along
rather
the
not
lines
die
of
of a
like
fucking potato famine or some shit, you know? Like,
the only thing I can really think from that conversation was how like America is just doomed from the start. I don't even like and how like they seem to have gotten it together. Why they're so much more powerful than we are. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I don't see that
This
being...
is an outback.
Sorry,
like, honest to
If they're
God.
talking about China, China sent a fucking balloon with a stick with eyes on it to spy on us. How are they doing better? They executed protesters.
Oh my God.
Millions of protesters, if not hundreds of thousands, if, you know, just less than that.
People just kill me inside when they're really confident on shit they have no idea what they're talking about.
Most of Russia's starving.
Ugh.
All the voting's rigged.
Agreed, Aries. I mean, just because it might have been rigged this time around, just doesn't mean that it's been rigged the whole time. At least we know. Poor bastard.
I don't know. I can't defend somebody who's defending communism.
Like I said, it's just
It
ignorance.
irks the shit out of me.
ignorant.
And maybe that's just me being a red-blooded, like a pure-blooded fucking American, like a fucking red, white, and bluey. But
It could be.
I don't know. I think communism is fucking retarded.
I
It
promise
doesn't
you,
work.
I haven't met anybody that has made a convincing argument.
There
its
isn't
favor.
one. There isn't one.
I haven't met him yet.
It's like it looks good on paper. Yeah, it looks good on paper.
I'm
and
still
that's
waiting.
the only place it looks good on. Because,
that fucking
like it or
stupid-
not, human nature comes into play at some point. And that's just a fact.
My God.
Ugh.
I actually kind of did want to steer back from the satellite thing because you guys were talking about it way before it even happened. I felt like, or Swade was with another friend because of some website, right?
Oh,
Like this
ESP.
fucking yeah. I had no idea that fucking thing even existed. Like
We're constantly watching.
Which one?
planes.
Oh, the plane.
ESP exchange.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I wanted to talk about that because I kind of feel stupid for not knowing it was even a thing. But it also makes me kind of beg the question as to like, what's to stop the government from like filtering that information? But I
No,
guess
no. So that's public flight That's public flight. I don't know the word for it. It's just
it's public.
basically, it's what the air traffic control sees. In short.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the times the planes on there aren't even aren't necessarily showing. Half of the military planes probably aren't even showing up on there. So
I see.
just because they're on there, just because they say, oh, it's a fucking Cessna, doesn't mean it's a Cessna. It could be a fucking jet.
Yeah, because
But I mean, it would still track what's like physically in the air, though. At least, right?
Yeah, we can usually tell by the speed at which it's going, the altitude. shit like
Oh,
yeah, it's like,
fancy.
oh, well, that thing shouldn't be going that fast. What the hell's it going that fast for?
that. Yeah, like if we see a blimp going fucking 700 knots, that's obviously a jet.
Yeah.
Else.
That's a fast ass blimp, boy. But I thought that was so fascinating. Like I said, I'm mad at myself for not knowing that existed. I don't want to like religiously look up on it constantly, but this is what I have you for. But no, but I think that's actually really great to have just as an asset for even just basic information for our Americans to have. I don't know if that's accessible to everybody or not. Probably not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
public information.
Fucking sick. I think that's fucking fantastic. I love that we have that as an option. I honestly would have thought that something like that would be restricted or at the very least like a lot more monitored or chokeholded than it actually is. I thought something like that, like being able to see fucking like air traffic would be something the public wouldn't ever get access to. I honestly thought. I
Yeah.
guess now that I think about it, we got fucking ways to like buy monitors to fucking listen to police on the radios and whatever. Let's just say we can't do the same with that.
Yeah,
So
that's why people were kind of being kind of getting on Elon Musk because the guy who was sharing his location while he was flying.
Mhm.
Which I mean, I kind of get Musk's point of view though as well, because there was a guy tracking him the one time, and it wasn't actually him; it was his toddler son that this maniac went and attacked the car of or whatever.
oh god.
Yeah, and put his son's life in danger. That's why he got kind of harped on the guy. He was like, "Dude, you can't track famous people." Which I mean, I agree with. I don't think you should be able to track famous people, even
Of
if it is
course.
public information.
I mean, if you feel like you need your privacy to be protected, you should have that option straight up. Especially if you're famous, because people are fucking insane. Like, God,
People are
nothing is
actual
more
fucking
fucking
crazy.
terrifying and fucking rabid than goddamn paparazzi. Have
Oh my
mercy.
God, yeah. Thank
Those-
God
I
that
mean-
there's not a law that says that you can shoot them, because there'd be so many paparazzi dead.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, because half of them fucking climb fences and stuff. I mean, now they're just TikTokers, but
Yeah.
same principle. Like, they're just fucking. They'll do anything to get a fucking clip, man, and it's or a picture or whatever, and it's fucking terrifying.
Get a viral video of you shitting.
Like even at that vaccination job, we had fucking news reporters, man, like literally lying to us about their clearance. So like we were specifically told by by HEPA that we can't have like fucking cameras where people are getting shots or whatever.
Yeah.
So we have this local news reporting place. I don't know if it was a big one or not. I don't think it was, but we had them at the front, and they were discussing like they wanted to talk with patients and stuff. We said, no, we can't let you do that. We can let you talk to them once they go outside of the vaccination area. We just can't let you do it in there. And then I was there for that conversation, and then I literally watched them go to the other side where like I had explained like we had split up the stadium where we were doing that pop-up vaccination by Pfizer Moderna, so there were basically two halves to the place.
Yeah.
Tell me why this fucking news reporting squad fucking literally just went to the other door, lied to them. I didn't get to hear what they say or what they said, but they literally lied to them to get in, and they fucking got in and tried to fucking record people.
Those fucking
Getting shots.
scumbags.
And
'Cause
we
that goes
literally
against
had to
patient
get security to
confidentiality.
fucking walk them out because they literally don't know what fucking privacy means.
Dude, it
That
goes
shit
against
had me-
patient confidentiality.
Yeah,
Like-
and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god.
Especially during that time when it was controversial if you were getting or not getting the shot.
Fucking, that was exactly the problem.
Yeah.
And it made people more uncomfortable that they had fucking people trying to videotape them, man.
It's like, dude, just fucking leave me alone. Go like feed your kids or something.
We had that happen for like 3 weeks. Not like that close. That was the only time someone actually got in and fucking like lied through their teeth to fucking walk in. But
Jesus
we had people
Christ.
come up and ask to fucking get stories and like see people who got shots like in progress, because I guess they love getting their fucking live shots of people getting their arms sticked, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know what that shit is, but it's apparently a thing. But yeah, they were fucking rabid, dude.
I don't doubt it.
Made me fucking mad. And I can only imagine what that's like being someone like Elon Musk. Or like fucking anybody
Just
like
anybody
even
famous.
remotely famous, yeah.
Yeah. Especially like bigger fame and not just like YouTube papers, shit like that.
What's your first purchase? A house? A car? Yeah, a car. I'm gonna get an armored car. Thank you very much.
I'm getting an armored car. I'm gonna get a mounted turret on the top.
I don't know about all maybe if the insured allows it,
Yeah.
bring it.
I'm talking about the insurance after this.
Get it covered. No, absolutely not.
Nope. It's gotta get destroyed anyway.
The
I'll just buy a new one.
only other topic I might want to discuss is that hilariously adorable little 22 Gatling gun.
Oh yeah.
But we can say that one for the next one.
Yeah, we can say that for the next
Nah.
one when I buy it.
Damn it! Okay.
I think we're well over 3 minutes.
Yeah, we went way over.
Oh.
Yeah,
and,
we're at like 50.
Jesus!
Cut out
How?
5 of that. Yeah, right. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the members only section of the podcast. We appreciate you buying this membership. Hopefully, this was worth it. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next
No,
one.
we appreciate you. Yeah, we love you. Love you.
Uh,
Take it easy.
Bye.